guys, how's it going? Welcome to the very first episode of our brand new podcast, The Common Room, a podcast by college kids for college kids. My name's Devin. I'm a film major. Who are you? What's your name?
I'm Kira. I am an illustration major.
Nice. And this is our podcast. What do you expect? Like, what's the vibe we're going for here?
This is really just a podcast of us talking.
Right, relaxing.
Whatever.
It's called The Common Room. We want it to feel like you just got off class, you know, you're going to kick back with your bros. Maybe if you want to do your homework, you can, but you're mainly having conversations, just chilling out and relaxing after a long week of,
Yeah, it's kind of, imagine you're sitting with us.
Right,
around
having
the table,
conversations.
Hanging out, talking about the latest.
Yeah, the latest shit. Literally anything is the idea.
Yeah.
Variety. We like variety, so
we want you to form a parasocial relationship.
That'd be great. That'd be the ideal situation.
That's kind of what we're going for.
Right, so please do that. But yeah, I figured, people don't know us, obviously. I mean, some people do, but...
Yeah, you're a bit of a local celebrity.
A bit, yes. I have a bit of a record to my name, but I figured it'd be good to go around, we already did the majors and thing, but say a few things about yourself. I'd say... Let's do favorites. Favorite game, movie, TV show, and then just your general vibe and what you're about. So do you want me to start or do you want to go first?
I'll go first because
Okay.
you opened the show.
Got it.
Game. I play a lot of games,
Yep.
but I'd say as of late, probably Hollow Knight. One of my
Nice,
favorites.
nice. Never played it.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard, but it's satisfying where once you figure out the game
Right.
and get good at it, it's oh hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It's just, and the art style is beautiful, really interesting lore. It's very it's the type of game where they don't tell you how to do anything and you have to figure it all out yourself, which
I struggle with games like that.
I enjoy it just because I don't like games that are really hand-holdy.
Yeah, I don't like that either, but I don't like open-ended games because I end up fucking around for too long.
That's what I love doing though. My favorite part of the game is fucking around.
But then I'm scared I'm gonna miss something, so I spend way too long doing something, and I try to finish everything before I move on, so I'll never finish the game.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like to play games
That's why I only ever beat one Pokemon game.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, that's the same. I'm also my other answer probably would have been Breath of the Wild, which for the exact same reason.
Exactly.
Almost is just that it's a game that you can fuck around with.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
That is honestly. Because same issue at first. I was like, oh, there's way too much to do. I'm not going to get through it.
That's what I love.
I gave up on it. And then I finally went back and played it. And it was amazing. It's great.
I mean, yeah, because as someone who's been a massive Zelda fan for years, my chief issue with most of the games was it was so hand-holdy. And it was
especially Skyward Sword,
Oh,
right?
yeah. I mean, Skyward Sword I think is overhated, but
okay.
That's a different topic.
Mm-hmm.
But I loved how much more not hand-holdy Breath of the Wild was. That's what made it fun. But anyway... Favorite game was the next one?
Yeah, favorite game. Let's go for movie next.
Movie.
Favorite movie.
Ooh.
Very tough.
That is hard. I love the Spider-Verse films. I know that's the most generic answer you could get as an art student.
Yeah,
but it's
great
just,
films.
They're so good. They're so good.
I feel like the most generic thing you could go for is a French film by some guy that no one's ever heard of.
Really?
But that's
what,
well, I don't want to insult anyone with that, but you know what I mean? Art school, it's everyone's
a French. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
movie.
the only French films I watched were random movies we watched in class.
Yeah, I don't watch French films because
I watch. We'll get to it later, but
yeah.
I did recently watch it.
Oh, nice. All right.
That was really good. So
right.
I guess I could be pretentious about that. Or my other movie I love is I love the first Kill Bill. I love action movies. I love revenge thrillers. I love revenge thrillers, and I just love the whole fights and the vibe of that movie.
Yeah.
So it's just a fun movie. I like it.
I feel like you're the kind of person who's very much pro revenge.
Yes, I 100% support.
So
support vengeance and vindictiveness.
When movies have that message of you should live and let learn and just forget about it. That's not you at all. You don't agree with that?
No, you should kill all your enemies. I mean, that's only just, really. So.
I don't know. I think there's a certain extent where you should, but it kind of annoys me when films are just live and let learn. It's no, don't tell me what to fucking do.
I think it depends. You have to write it well.
Yeah.
You have to write it well.
Yeah.
You can't just be oh, but actually, what if we were all friends?
Not the Black Panther movie, but Black Panther in Civil War I felt was a good example of that.
Oh, like too passive. Like...
Yeah, like well, he was willing to like let go and like and let go of his vengeance, and then I thought they built on that really well.
I think the formula is you need a little bit of vengeance, and then you need to like, but you can't let it overtake your life.
Exactly.
But
he got to kick some ass. But he gave up on it.
It's okay to get a little bit of vengeance. And that was the
last one is favorite band.
Favorite band. Ooh, I listen to a ton of music. Yes. So this is hard
huge music person.
Big music guy. I think like my classic favorites. I'm gonna do like a top 3.
Yeah, go for it. It's
so
hard.
In no particular order, I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan. Like massive. I love their stuff. The Wall might be one of my favorite albums of all time. I just love their storytelling. I love their music. Rush. I'm a huge Rush fan. They're just such excellent musicians. Like probably one of the best like trios just ever get together. Yeah. And one thing I love about Rush is that they just kind of wrote about whatever the fuck they wanted to write about. Like,
which I respect.
Yeah, like a lot of their songs are like kind of weird in terms of subject matter. Like they're just kind of whatever the fuck they want to write about. So I always enjoy musicians that just do whatever the fuck they want. Yeah. And right now, it's my toxic answer. I love the Smiths. I love the Smiths.
Ooh, Smiths fan over here.
Smiths fan, yeah. Ooh. Podcast canceled episode 1. I love the Smiths. They're such...
Everyone stopped listening just now when they heard you say that. Yeah. They're like, oh, I'm done.
Well, mine's not as bad as yours, so...
Listen, we'll get there. We'll get there. All right, my turn then?
Your turn.
All right, okay, so yeah. Let's see. So to get a little bit know more about me, favorite movie I'll start with. At the moment, it's hard. I'm a film major, so I'm very much like I watch clearly not enough movies according to some people in our friend group, but I watch movies a fair bit and I like them. So it's hard to pick a favorite, but I think the answer I've settled on is 7 Psychopaths. Which we just watched. Yeah. I watched the other day. I liked it. It's great. It's my favorite probably because I like the way it's written and I like the sense of humor of it and the general vibes. It's one of those movies, and it's also one of those weird movies where like I have a weird connection to it because I was telling you I watched it when I was like 7 years old, which was way too young to see that movie. But I kind of forgot about it entirely. I don't know if I like repressed it or what. And then like years later, it kind of just came back into the front folds of my mind. I was like, what was that movie? And I searched it up and I watched it and I was like, damn, that's a damn good movie.
Fated to be.
And it just became like a comfort movie, which is a weird comfort movie. I mean,
I don't know, because I feel like as someone who also has like weird comfort media, I feel like sometimes it's about the specific connection you form to it as opposed to the actual content of the thing.
Yeah. So. Exactly. So it's more about the experience you had watching it.
Yeah.
Which definitely applies. And actually, I'll do. I mean, you said multiple for a few things. I also want to say Clerks by Kevin Smith is one of my favorite films of all time. For very similar reasons, just the experience around which I watched it, and I just fell in love with it. I think that it's a great, dialogue piece. It's funny to me. Not funny to everyone. I get that. But I thought it was hilarious. I watched it with a good friend. And those are like my 2 comfort movies that like I specifically, when I meet someone new and I'm like really close to them, I'm like, all right, I gotta show them these movies. Yeah. Which is why I think they deserve to be my favorite, because if I'm that excited to show them. But I'm also like a normie, so I like Marvel and Star Wars stuff. I think it's really fun. Me too. Superheroes are fun. I know
it's controversial take. Superheroes are kind of fun, guys.
I hate the I get it because Marvel's kind of producing trash these days.
The recent stuff has not been very good.
No, and DC hasn't made that many good movies.
DC has made like 2 good movies.
But I will like hands down James Gunn. I will die by that man. I think his work is great.
I love his films.
His films are great.
As someone like I grew up on Marvel. My dad collected the comics when he was a kid, and like so I remember going to see Avengers when it came out because my dad went to see it because he's a big Marvel fan. So I'm more of a Marvel fan than I'm a DC fan.
Yeah, same for the exact same reason. My dad watched read the comics.
I just kind of grew up on it, and in general, I like Marvel's characters more. I think their characters
it's more
are
fun,
more unique and interesting. I think DC is good stuff. Yeah. But it's more like very classic, upstanding superhero characters.
Right. It's like the norm, because whenever they do like Invincible, it's not the Avengers, it's the Justice League that they're parodying.
Yeah.
Right? And like the boys, the 7 is the Justice League. It's like the DC's like the classic, which I don't know why that is.
It's a thing of like just history wise.
Yeah. Like, is it more recognized? That's true.
Well, yeah, because they were kind of the first heroes on the scene more so, and then some Marvel stuff. Like you had like Fantastic Four and all that, but like,
oh yeah, because Iron Man wasn't even that big a character until the
Iron
movie.
Man wasn't a massive character. No, he kind of like that was post like MCU thing.
And that's so crazy to me. Like that's the power that like movies can do. Like that character like was a very like he had a lot of like troubling runs. People didn't love him. Same thing with Miles Morales. People hated Miles Morales for the first few years, and then Spider-Verse came out, and now he's everyone's favorite.
Yeah, everyone loves Miles Morales
because that's like one of the Spider-Verse is the best cinematic Spider-Man. Let's be real.
Let's be real. It's
the
a
best
fantastic comic book movie. I mean, it's probably one of the best comic book movies I've seen
ever. It's amazing. But yeah, I mean, I'll watch anything. Like I'm a sucker for like big budget new franchises. Like I like blockbusters. I can't help it. I shouldn't because I'm an artsy film kid now, but I like them. And
I mean, there's a certain charm to just something that was made to be enjoyable.
Right, and I think that people don't give them enough credit because people are like, oh, you can only enjoy Marvel if you turn your brain off. It's like, no, there's a story there. There's characters that you can appreciate.
I mean, I'd say especially during like first phase MCU, I'd say from like the beginning of MCU to Endgame is honestly such a unique run in cinema.
Yeah.
Because they were able to create this extended web between all these different characters in film. Spider-Man reference. But between all these different characters in films, and they did a really good job at getting you invested in the whole story of this entire cinematic universe. And that was something that was so unique about MCU at the time, was that they were building this entire cinematic universe, which I know now everyone's doing that. Everyone's making a cinematic universe, which it's annoying now.
I mean, it's been
at the time it was so novel,
but
and they did it so well. And like honestly, another thing, like say what you want, but in my opinion, like MCU first phase is really impressive in that they put out, I'd say, more hits than misses most of the time. Because it's hard to make that many movies in a row.
I'd say the first 3 phases, honestly, are like that. It's very, there's like...
I don't remember the phases exactly, but I mean, like, from Iron Man to Avengers, like, most of those movies were... Pretty good. Yeah. Like, I'd say...
Thor and Iron Man 2 are like the worst of them.
Yeah, Thor the Dark World. Real stinker.
Thor the Dark World's... Thor the Dark World's rough. That's my least favorite of them all, probably.
It's like most people's, it's not a good movie.
I don't actually, Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania, but that's more recent.
I didn't see that.
Oh, it's so ass.
I'm not talking about the recent. I honestly, like, I haven't even seen most of the recent stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get into that later.
Well, yeah, I feel like
eventually we'll do super episode and we'll talk about stuff like that.
That's a good idea.
That's a good idea if you guys want.
Ooh.
Moving on because we're still talking about movies.
We're still talking about
games. Games for me. Favorite game would have to be, I mean, Portal 2. I got the poster over there. Great game.
Classic.
Portal 2 is fucking phenomenal. That's my comfort game. Portal 1 and 2, I go back and play those whenever I'm in like a really bad spot.
Oh my god, wait. I'm so sorry, but I realized I forgot to mention my other favorite game of all time, which is Kid Icarus Uprising.
Oh, yes. I also actually really love Kid Icarus.
Love that game. So underrated.
Which it's a niche thing, so it's interesting that we both like that.
I remember I met you. And I don't know, we were talking about games, and I mentioned Kid Icarus Uprising, and you not only were familiar with it, but like were a fan, which is so rare.
Exactly.
There's like 4 of us in existence.
Exactly. So it was really bonding moment.
Yeah, I was like, oh yes,
finally.
This guy has taste. Yeah,
this guy has real good taste. But yeah, Portal 2. I mean, that's up there. I'm trying to think right now of other games that I love. Oh, Ratchet and Clank. Specifically, Tools of Destruction. That's a franchise that no one knows. Fun fact, I do like YouTube stuff on the side and like streaming. And I've been working on a Ratchet and Clank retrospective that's been in the works for like 6 years.
Wow.
I just keep not doing it. And
I will be frank with you, I don't really know anything about Ratchet
and Clank.
No
one knows anything about Ratchet and Clank.
I'm like vaguely familiar with it.
That's why I need to make like a video series on it. Because
I'll watch a retrospective.
It'd be a niche. No one knows it. And I think that every year that I don't do it, it gets funnier. Because it's like a joke among my friends that like, I'll be like, oh, what game should I get? And they're like, oh, get the Ratchet and Clank documentary game and finish them. And I'm like, fuck you. Because I haven't finished. I'll get to it. But anyways, so Ratchet and Clank is a great franchise. Those games are all really fun. But specifically Tools of Destruction, which was the first game I ever played.
Really?
Yeah.
First game ever?
First game ever. My grandfather actually was the one who used to play it.
Your granddad was a Ratchet and Clank fan? That's so fucking random.
Because I guess he just liked to game.
Gamer grandpa.
I had a gamer grandpa. Damn. I don't know what it was because he does like Sudoku and shit like that. And my aunt decided to get him a PS3 for Christmas for some reason. And
Sudoku, of course.
Yeah, yeah. And it came with Ratchet and Clank: Tools of Destruction, which is why he played it. And he like when I say that he was like a Ratchet and Clank gamer, he could have like sped run that game.
That's so fucking. Out of all the people,
of all the people,
Clank,
yeah,
I would have never.
No, not the grandfather.
Grandpappy,
yeah. Yeah. He was great at it. He could beat that game in like a day.
That's impressive.
I'd stay up like really late with him and watch him play, and then it got to the point where like eventually I'd be like, oh, can I try it out? And he'd give me the controller and let me do stuff.
Wow. That's so interesting.
Yes, yeah. So it's very fond memories watching my grandfather play those games and experiencing that with him, which is why I love it so much. Which is why my least favorite movie is probably the Ratchet and Clank movie.
There's a movie?
It's a movie.
I didn't know that.
It's bad.
I mean, most game movies are pretty dog shit.
Well, they're getting better now.
They're definitely getting
Sonic
better.
movies are badass. I like them.
This is blasphemy. I haven't seen any of the Sonic movies.
What?
I haven't seen any of them.
What?
I haven't seen the Sonic movie.
What do you mean?
I never got around to it.
Have I not? I had a night where I showed Evan and Maya. And you weren't there?
I must have not been there.
Fuck.
Yeah, I must have been busy.
We gotta watch the Sonic movies.
Yeah.
Because the third one's coming out with Shadow.
Yeah, okay.
Shadow! That's my other thing, Sonic. That would be my third favorite game franchise.
Devin thinks he's Shadow the Hedgehog.
I don't think I am. I long to be.
Sorry.
I'm not on that level.
Partial delusion.
Yes, yeah. I wish I could be. No, I love Sonic the Hedgehog games. I think some of them are ass, but they're still fun, even if they're ass.
I think I've only played, I've played like, I had Generations.
Generations is pretty solid. Good game.
It's a great game in my opinion. And,
He's texting me.
I had like, what else did I have? I had Lost World on the 3DS, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I remember
Lost World.
Well.
That one's one that people don't really like because it kind of just tried to be like Galaxy. It was very like obvious that it was trying to be something else.
I don't remember it well enough.
Yeah.
Because I played it when I was like.
Yeah, I played most of the Sonic games. I'm working through them all right now. I beat Adventure 1 and 2. I beat the original trilogy on my Switch because I have the Origins collection.
Oh, nice.
Adventure 2 is my favorite of them all. So I'd say Sonic Adventure 2, Ratchet and Clank Tools of Destruction, and Portal 2 would be my 3 favorite games. I got Sonic on my wall over there. You know, the Sonic poster.
Yeah, there's a thing of Sonic the Hedgehog.
The fruit snacks.
Fruit snacks sitting on the microwave.
You want
right
one?
Now. Do I want one?
Yeah. Do you want a package?
Not at this very moment. Oh, well, look at this. Okay.
They got Shadow.
You can't see this, but they've got Shadow, Tails, Sonic, a green Chaos Emerald, 2 rings.
Technically, probably the Master Emerald.
The Master Emerald? I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. Because there's also a green Chaos Emerald, so it's hard to say.
I think that's Knuckles?
Yeah, I think if it's red, it's Knuckles.
And then Sonic full body with a thumbs up.
Yeah. So. I thought he was doing like the double finger, so when I pulled that in front of Evan, I was like...
Double, like a peace sign?
Yeah, he does the peace sign a lot. So I was like, oh, it's Sonic giving you the finger. Because I forgot what the word was. But anyways. Okay, moving on.
We've
been talking
that was a massive tangent. You'll note this podcast is probably just going to be us going on tangents.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's what's fun about it.
That's the fun part.
That's the fun part. All right, and what was the last one? Bands?
Bands.
Fuck!
Yep, this is the part where you guys hate Devin.
Yeah, this is where you click off. My favorite band is Weezer. Now let me explain.
See, now I'm not even that bad for like...
The Smiths are suddenly looking real good.
suddenly.
All right, now let me explain.
Oh, for any Smiths fans listening, yes, I hate Morrissey. Everyone hates Morrissey.
I don't hate Rivers. I just think Rivers has some questionable takes.
Yeah.
Because like Pinkerton, it's a good album, but the lyrics make me want to vomit. Because he's like, possibly underage Japanese girl, and it's like, whoa.
Hey, buddy.
Let's not. What the fuck? But then he also made it like one of the hardest instrumentals in the entire... Like, if I could get
I hate it. When there's like a song that has banger instrumentals.
Yeah, but like terrible... I wish I could get a like version of Pinkerton that's just the instrumental. That's not even true. I like it.
It's called the karaoke version.
His voice is good, though.
Well, you could just like change the lyrics.
I should change it to being about Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
I'm dumb, he's a hedgehog. But yeah, no, I like Weezer. I'm not afraid to admit it. All right. I think that now, granted, I will say this is funny because they're my favorite band. But of their like, I think it's 15 or 16 albums now.
Weezer has 16 albums. Really?
Yeah.
I did not know they had that many.
Oh, it's a lot. Guess how many of them are actually good?
4.
5. The answer is 5.
One off.
So they're like 1/3 good.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: when they have a good album, it's a good fucking album. It's like a lot of jams, great music, really fun to listen to. Come on, guys. Buddy Holly's a meme for a reason. It's great. Everyone loves Buddy Holly. Yeah, exactly. So, I hate to say it, but I do like Weezer.
Weasling.
My other favorite band. This is another. My favorite music is so shitty. The band Fun, which is interesting because they
I don't know them as well.
They have 2 albums.
Well, sometimes that's how it is. Like there's like an artist and they have 2 albums, but they're really good. Yeah.
Aim and Ignite is my favorite album of all time. It is the first album by the band Fun, who people who are listening may not know the name, but We Are Young is their like probably most popular song.
Oh yeah.
Some Nights too.
Oh, that's them.
We Are Young, Some Nights, and Carry On. Or like they were,
yeah, those were all massive radio hits.
Massive radio hits. Those are all off their second album, Some Nights, which is a pretty good album, but it's not Aim and Ignite, which went nowhere. But that was their first album, so they released that, and then they released Some Nights, and then I guess they realized they peaked, and they're like, all right, we're done. And they didn't break up, and their website claims that they're not broken up, but they're all like individually doing their own things, and they're basically just like teasing me and like, oh, one day we might come back.
It's like King Arthur. He'll be back when you need him the most.
Right, when I need him the most. But I've needed them for quite a while and they're not here, so.
Well, maybe it gets worse.
That's funny because they have a song called It Gets Better.
Ooh.
It's actually a really bad song. Because, okay, hear me out. The start of the album, they have like an intro song for Some Nights, which is really good. Yeah. They have the first 3 radio hits. They have Some Nights, followed by We Are Young, and then Carry On.
Okay.
And then they have the song It Gets Better. And it's so bad, and it's like, it's ironic.
That means it gets better than that song.
It does, actually. It does, because then I think they go into Why Am I the One, which is also really great. I really like Fun should be more world renowned. Those 3 songs were like the generational like hits. Everyone knew those songs because they were on the radio so much. All 3 of those were like top 100 of that year, which is crazy to me.
It has to be. I mean,
dude, 3 songs from an album on top 100, that's crazy.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. But then the rest of the album's pretty I mean, I'll be honest. There's like a few good tracks here and there, but Aim and Ignite's definitely where it hits the best. But so that's me. That's a little bit more about me. I feel like we got the vibe by now.
Yeah, kind of the energy.
Yeah, so I figured this is good to start introducing the first of our many planned segments.
Yeah.
This one's called Common Interests. So this is the segment every week where we talk about what we've been into recently.
Yeah, so kind of just like it's an excuse to just talk about the stuff we like.
Yeah.
But
recently, it's also a very misleading name because it's called Common Interests.
But we're definitely going to talk about completely different things. But it's a good pun on the name.
On the name Common Room, yeah. So we had to go for it. So do you want to start? Or do you want me?
Yeah, I'll start because I actually foreshadowed this.
You did, yes, that's right.
Which is that I saw a French film recently. I've seen a lot of movies lately.
Nice.
I watched Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which is a French film, and it's very good. It's about very, very sad lesbians
cool.
who paint.
Right.
Well, the like protagonist is like an artist. Well, if you don't know the plot of the movie, it's about this woman. It's set in like, I think the 18th century. It's like 1700s probably. And it's about this woman who like gets hired to paint a wedding portrait for this girl. Because, like, back then, it was like... you
couldn't take wedding pictures.
Well, it was, like, 18th century Tinder, actually. So, it was, like, you painted a portrait of your daughter, and then you sent it off to some nobleman you wanted her to marry, and he'd look at the portrait and decide if she was, like, ugly or not, and then it's, like, swiping left.
Oh, my God!
Yeah, Henry VIII, like, had, like, a bunch of his wives he married that way, because he was like, oh, what a beautiful painting.
But, like, what if they just fake the painting?
They're getting catfished. I mean...
Oh, my God, that's so fucking real.
Yeah, but she gets hired to paint this, like, girl, and then they, like, fall in love. It's so romantic. And then they have to part ways, and it's so sad.
It's tragic.
It's a really great film. Like, it's, just the cinematography is so beautiful. Like, the shots. And one thing, the colors in the film are so lovely. Like, everything is like, saturated and beautiful, and the color palettes of all the scenes, like, it's all filmed on it's like set on an island, actually.
Really?
And so there's like the beautiful ocean water and all this other stuff.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
Nice, awesome, that's great. So to go into my interests, very fucking different than yours. The TED Show?
The TED Show. I've seen one clip from the TED Show. I've never seen any TED products.
Okay.
Never seen TED 1 nor products. TED 2. I don't know why I said
I like that you call them products because it's a very accurate description.
Yeah.
You can't really call them movies.
Well, because I don't know, because I've seen clips of TED, and I think all the clips I've seen are just like the really
not funny parts.
That's because I know it's
like
Seth MacFarlane
movie.
It's Seth MacFarlane as a teddy bear.
Yep.
And so as we know, Family Guy is not that funny anymore.
No. Okay, hot take. And that's honestly, this isn't a hot take. I feel like most people agree with it these days. I think Family Guy has its moments.
Yeah, everyone agrees. Why do you think people watch Family Guy funny?
Exactly. Yeah. But it's like it's such a rare occasion. That's the thing about Family Guy. There's no point to watching like a full on episode.
Watch for like one scene.
Just watch the funny clips compilations. So the thing about Family Guy, my dad was a huge Family Guy fan. Also, to preface, I'm originally from Massachusetts.
There we go.
I was legally required to watch Ted as growing up. Because it came out as I was growing up. And my dad was like the world's biggest Family Guy fan. So of course he's like, oh, a movie by Seth MacFarlane? I need to watch this. So I watched both Teds when they first came out when I was, again, way too young. The first one came out 2012. I would have been 8 years old. Mm-hmm. Not a movie you show an 8-year-old.
Yeah, not an 8-year-old movie.
It shows. It shows how it fucked me up. But I watched them growing up, and I was like a dumbass kid. So I was like, oh, the funny bear. So it was funny to me. But, like, rewatching Ted is not a fun experience. Let me preface this, all right? The Ted movies are not good.
Did you just rewatch them?
I'll get to that. Okay. So I had to rewatch Ted because one of my friends back home, this was before I went to school. This was like over the summer.
Oh, this was over the summer. Okay.
Yeah. She became obsessed with Ted. Like literally,
why?
I don't know. She just kind of hyper fixated on Ted.
That's such an odd thing.
It's a weird thing to hyper fixate on. So she was like, "Hey, we're all hanging out. Let's watch Ted." We were actually in Maine for a weekend. It was me, my girlfriend, and then our friends who were dating, and we all watched Ted. And everyone fucking fell asleep except me. So I had to just sit there by myself and watch Ted. And it's not fun.
If I was asleep, you can turn the movie off, Devin.
But I left it on and I watched Ted. The thing about Ted is it's kind of like Family Guy. There's like little moments here and there that are kind of funny, but like it's not worth watching like an hour and 50-minute movie to get like occasional yeah.
That's why I never watch it, because I was like, this doesn't really look that funny to me.
Yes.
Like, I just don't particularly enjoy it.
If you're watching it with friends, it's not bad, because it's kind of funny to watch with friends.
There's a lot of things that
I would say Ted is kind of one of those, like, so bad it's good for me, because it's like, I don't know. It's very obviously Seth MacFarlane. So,
yeah,
and I feel like Seth MacFarlane has, like, a bad name now, because he releases such, like, hit or miss stuff.
He used to be, I feel like, early Family
talented.
Guy. Well, he's genuinely
he's very talented. He's very talented.
Have you ever heard the man sing?
He's gorgeous.
Like Frank Sinatra fucking cloned himself.
He does.
His voice is
beautiful, and he knows it, which I'm glad.
I wish he got a singing career, honestly.
He did. He was in the movie Sing.
That doesn't count as a fucking singing career.
But he's part of his career is to act, and he's sung.
Yeah, but he should like do more music. I think
he should.
It's a beautiful voice.
Beautiful voice. But Ted.
Well, okay. Here's the thing about Ted. Every time I see a clip from Ted, is that in my head I know that Seth MacFarlane is the bear. Yeah. But when I see Peter Griffin's voice coming out of a fucking teddy bear,
it's rough.
It throws me off every time.
So my common interest, I watched the new Ted show.
Yeah.
And then I'll get that in a second, but I watched the new Ted show, and then out of curiosity I went back and rewatched Ted 1 and 2.
Okay.
So I watched
You rewatched Ted twice within the past year.
Yeah, exactly.
So Seth MacFarlane went to the Rhode Island School of Design.
Of course.
Which is really funny because RISD prides themselves on being like the most pretentious art establishment in the country. They're like, people call them like the Ivy League of art school.
Right.
But also Seth MacFarlane went there, and if you go to their gift shop, they have like Stewie Griffin merch. And
really?
Yes, there's like, you can buy like RISD shirts that have fucking Stewie Griffin on them.
That's good.
And they're like, they like to act like they're the most pretentious.
They're so proud of him.
They're so proud, but but it's like, you can't be the Family Guy school and the pretentious art school. You have to pick one. You can't do both. You can't fucking do both.
Because Family Guy is the least fucking like artsy thing ever.
Exactly. But they are like, oh yes, we're RISD and we have a partnership with Brown University and we only accept the most prestigious of applicants, which apparently don't include me. By the way, I got rejected from.
This is the real reason behind this rant.
They were the only school that rejected me.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
But you know what? Like I said, you can't be pretentious and be the Family Guy school. I'm sorry.
I'd get into the Family Guy school. I know so much lore about Family Guy.
Well, like you submit your fucking application essay. It's just like Family Guy lore.
Yeah,
is there like Family Guy lore?
Yeah, somewhat.
Because I don't know.
There's stuff that carries over. So like, there's there is certain continuity with like characters and stuff, but it's not much. It's like Joe has a kid in one of the early seasons. And then she remains a baby for the rest of the show, but like she constantly comes back, and she's voiced by Patrick Stewart, like her inner monologue.
The baby,
yeah, the baby's voiced by Patrick Stewart. He was it Ian McKellen or Ian McGregor? Ian McKellen. Who's Ian McKellen again?
Fucking Saruman.
Saruman.
No. Which
Gandalf.
Gandalf
is Ian McKellen. No,
yeah.
I'm looking it up.
Hold on, I forgot.
Ian, is that a person?
Yes, Ian McKellen is a person. I'm trying to remember if he's Gandalf or not.
No, he's Magneto.
He's Magneto, but he's also Gandalf.
He is, yes, he's Magneto and Gandalf. Okay,
Gandalf.
That's what I thought. Ian McGregor.
You mean Ewan McGregor?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Okay. So Ian. Okay. So Ian McKellen. Ian McKellen is the narrator for the Ted movies.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How did they get him to do that?
Because Seth MacFarlane. He's got connections. But that's like a night. Oh, Morgan Freeman's in that movie too.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, he's in the second one. So anyways, that gets me to that point. So I remember I watched the first Ted movie with my friends. First of all, 3 writers. It took 3 people to write the movie Ted. 3 people wrote Ted, and it's not good. I'm sorry to say. I'm a Bostoner. I like the Boston jokes make me very happy.
Okay.
Like all the Massachusetts humor, because I get it. And people who watch, like if you watch that movie, you wouldn't get all of it.
No, they don't. They don't make movies about my state.
They don't make movies about Massachusetts usually. So like when I see that, I'm like, yes, I'm so like this is my culture. So I like that about it. I don't like Mark Wahlberg, but I like the vibe that he has with Ted because it's kind of like our podcast. It's just 2 guys hanging out and they tell stupid jokes, right?
But
so
if one of us was a stuffed bear.
Right, exactly. And it's kind of like the jokes with the stuffed bear aren't really that funny.
Wait,
but like,
I have a question.
Yeah.
That's important because I've never seen any Ted.
Do you want to watch Ted after this?
No.
Okay. What's your question?
Why is the bear alive? Do they ever explain that?
They do, yeah. That's the whole point. So the John is the name of the main character, Mark Wahlberg. And as a kid, he wishes upon a star that his bear would come to life. So his bear comes to life.
Okay.
So Ted becomes like a national... Yeah, he becomes a national celebrity. And then because he's a celebrity, he's like... He gets exposed to like Hollywood and stuff. And then he like grows up a bit and then comes home. And then that's what the TV show is. It's a prequel. Yeah. Because okay, so I watched Ted 1 and 2, and I was like, yeah, they're funny-ish movies. And then I grow up and I watched them again. I was like, they're not that good. But when I rewatched Ted over the break, I swore to my friends, I was like, guys, Ted 2 is way better. Ted 2 is a much better film. So I rewatched Ted 2 after watching the Ted TV show. It's not a better film. It's actually worse. It's like much worse. And it's not funny either. There's like maybe one joke that got me. But the Ted TV show that just came out, 2024. It's been almost 10 years since Ted 2, right?
Yeah.
Nothing comes out because Ted didn't go much places. It was just kind of existed.
Yeah, I don't think it was that.
It was a very novel concept because it's like, as a kid, it was like my first exposure to like what like weed and shit was.
Well, I feel like that kind of stuff was really popular.
Yes.
When it came
so
out
like
too,
yeah, so like he's a weed smoking bear and he hangs out in his room and watches old 80s movies and makes jokes with his best friend. It's a good vibe. I'll give him that. And it's like it's everything that I would want from life. To be a talking bear that smokes weed with Mark Wahlberg. But the TV show comes out. And basically, it's a prequel. So they have this kid that plays like a young version of Mark Wahlberg. Okay. And it's them in high school. And it's like, you just get to, it's like very sitcom-esque. Is that our group chat going off?
I don't know.
They need to...
Yes.
Tell them, I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, me too.
And just hope that nothing happens.
Yeah.
And this is really unprofessional, but do you mind grabbing me like a soda?
A soda?
Do you want a soda?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there'll be like a weird cut in the Ted monologue and then mouth noises because we're drinking.
But yeah.
Cut that out.
Shit, I got fucking cherry Coke on my laptop.
Nice job, asshole.
Why are you so mean? But yeah, so the Ted TV series.
The Ted TV series.
Comes out to pretty much no fanfare.
I mean, yeah.
Not much marketing.
Who gives a shit about Ted? I mean.
That's what I thought too.
Is his real name Theodore?
Teddy. So yes, I think so, technically. I mean, I think his full name is technically Teddy.
Oh, because like a teddy bear.
Yes. His full name is Teddy Clubberlang.
Teddy what?
Clubberlang.
It's a terrible fucking name.
He took it from Rocky. That's in the second movie when he has to come up with the last name.
Rocky too.
So,
okay.
The first movie is just them hanging out, being friends, but Mark Wahlberg's girlfriend's like, you need to get rid of Ted and start being an adult. Mm-hmm. And then some guy tries to kidnap Ted because he wants to like have Ted for himself. That's all.
That's it? Wait, why does he want the bear?
Because he didn't have many friends growing up.
Oh, so he's just a fucking loser.
He's a total loser. And he dances to Cyndi Lauper.
I like Cyndi Lauper.
Who doesn't? But anyways.
Time after time.
It's not Cyndi Lauper. Who is it?
What? That's Cyndi.
Was it Pat Benatar? It's like a 80s woman musician. Okay. But anyways, the second movie is Ted gets married to a girl that he met in the first movie. And
who would marry a fucking bear?
A skank.
Wow.
Can I say that? Is that a...
Wow, guys.
That's like what she is though. That's like her thing. Like she's like a...
I guess is that like a furry maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, a furry totally. Yeah, there's plenty of people that would in our world. But anyways, he has a lot of sex in the movies. Ted.
The bear?
The bear, yeah.
Does he have a...
No. He doesn't have a penis, but he has sex.
Okay.
Anyways. But the second movie, he gets married, he tries to adopt a kid. The first half of the movie is he wants to... It's actually structured very much like a Family Guy episode. He wants a kid, but he has no dick. So he needs a sperm donor. That's
a Family Guy episode.
So he tries to... At first he asks the guy who played Flash Gordon, who they're friends with, because why not?
Uh-huh.
And then he goes and he tries to... I'm trying to think of a way to say this that doesn't make it completely unpleasant. He tries to steal Tom Brady's semen.
Why? Because he wants like a super football kid?
He thinks it'd be like a perfect baby.
So Ted is a eugenics movie.
Yeah, I guess. But after that fails, they actually find out that his wife's uterus doesn't work because she's done a lot of drugs.
Oh.
So they try to adopt, and then that's when the government's like, wait, shit, this Ted guy isn't a real person. So they try to like take his rights away. And he has to go in court.
It's like Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Ted v. United States.
That's the fucking movie. And then he goes on a cross-country road trip. Not even. He goes from Massachusetts to fucking New York.
That's like 3 hours.
Yeah, he does they make it like a road trip movie, but he goes in 3 hours.
It's a 3-hour drive.
I don't know why they didn't make it.
It depends where
they could have made it LA. Made it actually cross-country.
Yeah. Well, I guess because like, if they're in Boston, that's farther. I don't know.
No.
How far is Boston to New York?
Oh...
5 hours?
I would say about 5 hours because they're about... Yeah.
I've driven Boston, New York before. It's probably like 5 hours.
I love Boston. Boston's fucking awesome.
I've only been once, and it was pretty cool.
I go a lot because I'm like an hour away.
Yeah, no, it's pretty rad. I went to Vermont once.
Nice.
We drove to Vermont for spring break, and on the way back, we went to Boston.
I often forget that Vermont is a state.
It's mostly like trees and stoners.
Nice. It's like New Hampshire to me.
New Hampshire, it does not fucking exist to me.
Really? Opposite for me.
Really?
Vermont. I always thought Vermont was part of New Hampshire.
No. What the fuck is in New Hampshire?
The mountains.
I think like there's like you drive through New Hampshire, there's nothing there.
Yeah, but there's nothing in like Maine. It's just fucking wilderness.
Maine has lobsters.
That's true. They got good lobsters.
Like New Hampshire doesn't even have a thing.
Dude,
I went every state has a thing.
Okay, let's go through the states and say what the things are.
All of them? Okay.
At least a few. Like New York. What's New York's thing?
New York City.
Okay, fair.
Well, it's New York. Yeah, I mean New York is.
But what are they known for other than that?
What is New York? Bagels.
Okay.
What's New York? I mean, but also everyone knows like both Buffalo.
That's true. Everyone knows. Yeah. Albany, Buffalo. Okay, so
Albany, Buffalo, all that shit.
Buffalo.
Buffalo. Buffalo.
I just realized I never actually got to my point about.
Oh yeah, we've it's been like 15 minutes. And we've talked about
everything about
but the point.
But the point of my common interest, fuck me, is that I watched the TED show after seeing a clip I thought was particularly funny.
Yeah.
And it's a good show.
That was, I mean, I'm glad we spent all that time together.
My point, I really wanted to build up how bad the Ted movies are to there's no reason it should be
juxtaposition.
Good. But I actually remember that Ted MacFarlane has a bit of talent.
Yeah.
It's a good show. It's kind of funny. I mean, it kind of drops off. The first 2 episodes are really good, and then the last episode's pretty good. And then the middle ones are kind of, they're alright.
How many episodes is it?
7, I think.
Oh, okay.
I binged it in like a day.
I mean, it's only 7 episodes.
I know, but they're each like an hour.
Oh, yeah. I watched an entire season of Game of Thrones in like a day once.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Mentally unwell?
That happens to me sometimes.
Okay.
Where I will... Because I have this problem where I can't watch television in a normal format.
Right.
It's only... I watch everything at once, or I watch like 4 episodes of something and then forget about it
for like months. That's what I do.
Like,
I'm still halfway through Clone Wars.
I watched the first 3 seasons of Attack on Titan in like 2 days.
Jesus.
Yeah, because I mean, this was after like this was like 2020. So anything was fair game.
And
like school had just ended and it was so miserable that I was like, I'm going to reward myself by watching Attack on Titan.
I wasted my COVID years. I read Harry Potter.
I did that. That's the thing I did in like 5th grade. I mean,
I was a little behind. I couldn't read till about 10th grade, so.
That's the opposite for me. I read fucking everything when I was in like elementary school, like early middle school, and then I became illiterate. I don't read. I used to read so much, and now I don't read anymore. Which it's something I regret because I want to read more.
Nice.
I read a lot of comics still, but I don't read a lot of like prose literature.
Nice.
Literature these days.
So what you're saying is that you're a very knowledgeable person.
I mean, I don't know, maybe.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean.
Well, I see where you're going with this. I know so much
about everything.
About everything.
Which is why our next segment, little segue we did there.
Yeah.
We wanted to each have our own segment for this. Mm-hmm. So your segment was going to be, what was it?
Fun facts.
Fun facts.
We don't have a name for this segment yet. We'll come up with something.
We'll come up with something probably, or if you guys want to. Tell us
suggestions.
We'll take them
for fun fact segment. Let's do a little intro to this segment.
Yep.
As Devin said, I'm a very knowledgeable individual. I know many things, and most of them are useless.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I would love to share all of that wonderful, wonderful knowledge with you people. So we're gonna have a segment every episode
where you tell us a fun fact.
Tell some fun facts. Yeah. So today, for my first fun facts, this is a bit of a story.
Okay,
actually,
nice.
This is a great story.
I'm sure this won't take us 5 hours.
So maybe you've heard this before, maybe not. But have you ever heard the story of Wojtek the soldier bear?
No.
Okay.
No,
a lot of my facts might be about history.
Did you say soldier bear?
The soldier bear.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So yeah, a lot of my facts might be about history. I'm a bit of a history buff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Wojtek, this was during World War II. So some Polish troops had been escaped from the Soviet Union, and in the mountains, the mountains of Iran.
Okay.
They came across a young bear cub.
Okay.
Whose parents had been killed by hunters.
No.
His parents were killed by hunters, and they bought the cub off these the kids who found the bear, and so the bear was taken in by this legion, this legion of soldiers as a young cub. So it was socialized around humans. Mm-hmm. So it loved humans, and the people loved the bear. Right?
Really?
They fed it beer and cigarettes. It smoked cigarettes. And more like it
what?
It just ate them, really.
I was gonna say, there's no way you're gonna teach a bear.
This is so relevant. It's like Ted. This wasn't on purpose even.
Holy shit!
It fits perfectly. Yeah. So they loved the bear. They named him Wojtek. It's spelled Wojtek.
Wojtek.
Yeah.
And he fucking ate cigarettes and drank beer.
Yep. Yeah.
This is literally the plot of Ted.
This is the plot of Ted if it was in 1942. Right. So they loved the bear, but here's the thing: is eventually, because they were soldiers, they got called to join the campaign in Italy. to support the British troops, and they were. Let me hold on. I have to make sure I'm getting this right.
I like by the name of the story and what you're saying. I really like where this is going.
So this is this 22nd Artillery Supply Company. Okay. And so, but here's the thing: they had to board this ship or whatever to go to Italy and like all that, and you weren't allowed like pets or mascots on the boat. They wouldn't allow that. But no one ever said that they couldn't make the bear a soldier. So they enlisted the bear.
God said that they couldn't make the bear a soldier. What do you mean?
No. There's no regulations against it. So they enlisted the bear as a soldier. He was a private. So
he was a private.
A private, yep. And so the bear came with them to Italy because the soldier, they loved him.
They couldn't. He was good for morale.
They couldn't get rid of him.
Of course.
And so actually, this is crazy. And like the bear, when the soldiers marched, he would even like get up on his hind legs and like.
No way!
Yes,
no way!
Yes.
He would march with them.
Yeah, I mean,
that's badass.
He's been socialized his whole life around humans. Well, because here's the thing.
Well, yeah, he's from Russia. He's a socialist.
Okay, so this was during the Battle of Monte Cassino, right?
Okay.
The bear, Wojtek, he helped his unit carry boxes of artillery.
That's fucking awesome.
Because he's observing the humans.
Of course.
And so he mimics them.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so he starts like carrying the boxes of artillery and like literally like helping in the battle. And they said that he never dropped one.
What a fucking legend! Oh my god!
Yeah, and there is some controversy about the accuracy of all this.
Right.
However, there's a British soldier that claims he saw it all. So there is in fact accuracy to this story.
Wow.
This is not all made up.
That's fucking crazy.
But yeah, so then he became the mascot for the 22nd Artillery Company. Their like little logo thing is like a bear carrying artillery shell, and
That's
he
awesome.
was promoted to corporal. They promoted the fucking bear.
They promoted the bear.
Which is, imagine being the guy that did not get
the promotion because the bear did. Yeah.
But yeah, so he was a beloved figure in the army. So after World War II, a hero.
Hero.
He was a war hero.
Did he get a medal? Did he get a Purple Heart?
Unfortunately, no. It's just like Chewie and Star Wars. They never gave him.
They never gave him a fucking medal.
But so they transported the bear to Scotland, and he got to live out the rest of his life.
That's amazing.
At the Edinburgh Zoo.
I'm so happy.
And the Polish soldiers, they would come back and visit him, and they toss him cigarettes and beer through the.
That's amazing.
Zoo. Yep.
This is holy shit. You came fucking strapped.
Well, because I was like thinking, oh, I need a good one for the first episode.
That's a really good fun
fact. This is my favorite story ever.
That's one of the greatest things I think I've ever heard.
Yeah.
When you first said like the name of it, I really expected it to be like these guys were like. They tried to train him to like use a gun and stuff. No. And he just fucking tore them to shreds. And I thought that would be really funny.
That's like an evil version in alternate universe.
That's like if they tried to radicalize a chimpanzee, it would not end well. That's awesome. That's so good.
Wojtek the Soldier Bear, look him up.
Wojtek the Soldier Bear.
He's got a website, I think.
Is he still alive or did he die?
No, he died in 1963 or something.
Well,
it was a bear.
Yeah, he's still alive. Yeah, I was gonna say he's still alive.
Unless this is the fucking
almost 100 years later. Maybe he's like the multi-bear.
The multi-bear?
Yeah.
Immortal bear.
Yeah, from Gravity Falls, Oh,
he's
got all the heads on him.
All the heads.
And he's voiced by Alfred Molina.
No, that's not this bear. It's a different bear.
Maybe that would have been such a better movie than Ted. Fucking
Wojtek. I know. Why is there not a movie about this, guys?
I think that the plot of Ted should have been if instead of like becoming like a drug addict and just hanging out, so Ted gets brought to life and immediately kidnapped and drafted into the U.S. military. Okay. And it's like Forrest Gump, but with a
bear.
Teddy bear. Yeah. And he can't die, because if you think about it, he'd be the perfect soldier. You just sew him back up.
That's true.
He's a talking teddy bear. He can't die.
Yeah, can Ted die?
Kind of. They hint at it because otherwise there wouldn't be tension. There's a scene in the first movie where he dies. And then he comes back and he pretends to be mentally impaired.
But in this version, I feel like he can't die.
In this version, I think that because they sew him back together and he's fine in the movie. He gets like ripped in half and shit.
Yeah, so he'll be fine.
So
man.
I think that if he got like a few bullets in him, he'd be fine. Bullets burn when they go in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that until
you didn't know that?
Until I think like a month
I mean, they're
ago.
very hot. A bullet is really hot.
Why didn't think about that?
Well, because if you've ever like picked up a bullet shell,
why? When I live in Massachusetts, when would I have picked up a bullet shell?
You're American.
That's true. Well, I hate to break it to you, but I never actually touched. No, I touched a bullet once, but it wasn't loaded. My dad taught me how to load a gun.
Okay.
I think. I don't think he taught me very well, but he taught me, and it was like a handgun. He was just like, he showed me what to do. And I couldn't really do. It was hard. I was like fucking 7. My dad did a lot of things with me that he should. Wait, that sounds bad. That sounds bad. That sounds really bad.
Devin, do we need to like turn this off?
And just do a talk. Yeah, a little corner talk. No. My dad, like, he would like show me, or like he'd just be like, hey Devin, here's a funny show, and it was like something that he shouldn't have showed me. This is a true story. One time we were driving down the road. I was in the back seat because I was a kid. And my dad stopped the car in the middle of the street. He was like, Devin, open your door and look down. And I was like, what the fuck is he doing? So I opened my door and looked down, and right there was like a dead possum that was like all fucking gutted and shit. He just thought it'd be funny to like make me look at that. And I got really mad at him because
disemboweled.
Yeah, it was a roadkill. It was a really bad case of roadkill. And I guess he saw it coming up and was like, "Oh, this will be funny." He was kind of fucked up.
It's fucking hilarious, dude. Oh, what's funnier than corpses?
Yeah, he loved doing fucked up pranks like that. He was a weird guy, and he oh yeah, Devin, open your door and look down. It'd be great. He'd show me like Jeff Dunham and Family Guy when I was like 4 years old.
I remember watching Jeff Dunham.
My mom comments on it, and she'll be like, your dad was always showing you things that he shouldn't have when you were a kid, like all these TV shows and stuff. But what concerned me the most was you always knew exactly when to laugh. And I don't know how.
Just like, it's the film major.
I was built for it. Similar thing.
Maybe it's just being from Massachusetts.
Yeah, because like top state for education.
Well, like the Family Guy had of mind.
Oh, yeah. Technically, Family Guy's Rhode Island, but again, you don't think that there's a difference.
Close enough.
I mean, they really are. There's not much difference, because I go into Rhode Island all the time, and it's just like Mass. I can't tell the difference sometimes.
I've been to Rhode Island.
Small state.
Yep.
Small penises too.
Sure.
But anyways, I was gonna say a similar thing. When I was a kid, I went to Disney. I was like 4 years old.
Yeah.
And I was scared of the Buzz Lightyear ride.
Disney. Scared of the Buzz Lightyear ride.
Yeah. And do
you not like roller coasters?
I didn't when I was a kid. I didn't like roller coasters until like a few years ago.
Okay, because I can remember if you still didn't.
I still don't. I like roller coasters. I don't like drops on roller coasters. And roller coasters.
That's what it is.
They make me very anxious.
I fucking love it.
I love them. I love them once I'm on them, but until I'm on them, I'm like a ball of anxiety, and I feel like I'm gonna vomit.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can, but it takes me a lot of like, I have to just mentally prepare myself. But I was 4 years old. I didn't like any kind of roller coaster.
Yeah.
But what scared me specifically about the Buzz Lightyear ride was I walked in and there was these big flashing lights on the wall, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm out."
Really?
Yeah.
The lights.
I don't know. They gave me a bad vibe. So I got off the ride and I went outside with like my mom, and I was all grumpy because like I wanted to go on the ride but I couldn't because I was scared. And she tried to cheer me up, and there's a guy in like a Buzz Lightyear costume, all like posing.
The Buzz Lightyear guy.
Yeah, he's great. And my mom's like, "Oh my God, Devin, the Buzz Lightyear! You want to go get your picture taken?" And I just kind of like harshly turned. And I was like, "That's not Buzz Lightyear. That's a guy in a costume." And I turned back and like started pouting, and she just didn't know what to do because
I wouldn't either. I'd be like, "Well, he's like, what the fuck do you say?"
I don't know.
Like,
what I want to know is how the fuck did I know that? To this day, I don't know how I knew that.
Maybe you were like reincarnated.
I think I was, because I just kind of knew too much. I think my mom said like I didn't cry at all when I was a baby, really.
My dad claims that. He's like, I never cried as a baby.
Yeah, you know how like sometimes like when a baby's born they usually cry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I was just kind of like, I was fucking the same shit again.
Too fucking wise.
I was so
wise to cry. Wise ass baby.
I was a wise dude. That's why my cranium was so big.
You and your fucking... Okay, so like this is a podcast, so no visuals, but there is this photograph of Devin as a baby, and his forehead is probably twice
fucking
the size of the rest of his face. He literally looks like, if you fucking put a blue filter over that picture, it would be Megamind. I'm not joking.
I like that you said 2 times. It's at least 4 times. It's gotta be quadruple. It's such a big forehead.
Well, because you told me, you were like, "Oh, I had a big head as a baby."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, it can't be that bad." And then you showed me the picture and I was shocked. I was like, is this fucking real?
Yeah, it looks photoshopped.
It looks fake.
I'm
like, I've never seen a baby with that big a fucking head. It's like you had a twin, a conjoined twin that just became your head.
This is such a deep cut reference, but you know Ki-Adi-Mundi from Star Wars? that's me as a baby.
That is, yeah. I feel like maybe when you're old again, it'll come back.
When I go bald.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, I didn't look weird bald when I did the bald cap. It didn't look too big because I think I've grown into it now.
Yeah, I think it's like, you know, dogs when they have like really big ears.
Yeah, as a puppy.
And then they grow into it.
God, I love dogs. I miss my dogs.
I miss my dog. I love him so much.
Yeah.
Shout out to my dog.
Shout out, you know, if Kira's dog's listening to this podcast. Special
shout out to my dog. Okay, so the bullet hole thing.
Yeah.
You reminded me of like a memory that I forgot about.
You got shot as a kid?
Never been shot as a kid,
okay.
but I used to collect bullet shells. As a kid.
You what?
I collected bullet shells. Like, well, because you know, bullets, they come in casings.
Where were you getting them?
The range.
Why are you at the range?
Okay, so this takes a lot of lore.
Okay, alright. We got time.
I had a very classic American childhood.
Yep.
You know, grew up in the suburbs, and shot guns because
that's what you do in America.
That's what you do in America. I'm basically a stereotype at this point.
Right.
But my granddad was like a marksman.
Okay.
So he like shot guns. He was in the military and all that shit, you know, back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was something that I never thought about until I was older, how like fucking crazy this is that I used to just go to the range with my grandpa when I was like in elementary school. I was like 7 years old.
When you say it, it doesn't sound that bad. But like when you really
but I
think
about it, and
you're
I'm like,
oh,
I was literally, they handed
7 years old.
I mean, I don't have an exact age, but I was definitely in elementary school.
I have to ask, what guns did you shoot?
So there's mostly I think it was like a 22.
Jesus Christ. Because you weren't allowed to use a handgun, right?
I don't know. I don't know if I ever did. I feel like I might not have.
So I don't think you did. There's not a kickback on a fucking 22?
Not really.
Really?
I think it was a 22. I don't remember. Okay, I can't really remember. But we'll know.
22 Magnum?
No.
22 caliber?
Yeah, 22 caliber, like a rifle.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Well, and here's the other thing
what's a 22 Magnum? Is that a handgun?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know that much.
I don't want to I just realized I'm on my school email looking up guns.
Uh-oh.
But, okay, so wait. So, I went to the range one time.
Okay.
With my mom and my dad. Because my dad used to have guns, and he wanted to teach us how to shoot.
Yeah.
But when we got there...
It's like a classic American childhood.
Very classic. When we got there, my mom didn't let me because they weren't going to let me shoot unless... The only thing... Because I was under 16 at the time, I could only shoot the rifle and not the handgun.
See, here's the thing. Was this like a indoor range?
It was an indoor range.
So the range we went to was this... It was like a fish and game club. So it was just in the fucking woods.
Are you secretly from Texas? What the fuck?
No! Dude, there's some I'm from Maryland, by the way. Shout out to all my Marylanders out there. But there's some yee-ass parts of Maryland.
Apparently. There's some yee shit there's a lot of yee shit in Massachusetts.
Yeah, but yeah, so I feel like we didn't really shoot the pistol. Because me and my brothers. And I just remember when we were kids, like that was like one of my bonding activities was you went to the range with Grandpa.
And you shot the guns.
And then, well, because here's the thing, range etiquette is there's hot and cold. Mm-hmm. So when the range is hot, you can fire. But when it's cold, it means that like because you need to go collect the targets and stuff.
Yeah.
So when it's cold,
it's kind of like the ice skating when they kick you off and
kick it's like kick you off and Zamboni the ice. So when it's cold, you know, in shooting, because you can go on the range. Mm-hmm. And so when I was a kid, I would just, like, collect the bullet shells, and I had, like, this box.
That you kept them
full of them, that I just kept them.
That's, like...
Which is so fucking weird now that I think about it.
Yeah,
Like, it's one of those things, you know, like, this shit that happens when you're...
Do you still have them?
No, I think I got rid of them, because I was like, I don't need a fucking box of bullet casings.
You could have made, like, a necklace out of them.
I guess.
You could have done some cool shit with them.
Yeah,
you could have like blacksmith with them.
Like melted it down.
Yeah. fucking made a sword.
That would have been a bullet sword.
That'd be fucking badass.
Badass shit.
Man, maybe you fucked up.
I fucked up.
You fucked up. But no, that's very like.
It's one of those things that like was normal to me as a kid.
Right, but it's so odd.
But now I think back to it, I'm like, oh, they were just handing me like guns when I was like.
Yeah.
Which by the way, I should preface this by saying that my dad and my grandpa were very big on range safety. You know.
I would hope so.
Like. My dad used to drill us on the rules of the range, and we had all the, the proper gear, and they all knew what they were doing, but we were still, like, in elementary school.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, my granddad even had it. He had a gun altered for me to make it lighter so that I could shoot it more easily.
How do you make a gun? Isn't that illegal?
No, it's like you change out the wood and stuff.
Well, I was going to say, like, I feel like... Because there's, like, those, like, mods that you do to guns to make them, like, weapons of mass destruction. I feel like...
No, not shit like that.
Well, I feel like making it lighter could count as that, because then it's easier to carry around. You can do more damage with it now.
I guess.
Is that illegal? That should be.
No.
I don't like that people can just make guns lighter. A gun's heavy because you need to really...
I mean, it was still, like...
If you can't hold the gun, you shouldn't be shooting it. How about that?
I mean... I hope that like this doesn't get out and like people realize people like think my parents are like terrible people.
They specifically like I mean it's a college so it's different but like say we get an outside viewership, someone like tracks you down, they find your last name, they're like oh you fucking, they go harass your parents.
Yeah, no, like there was never no one, it was fine. Classic American childhood. I mean I don't know.
I mean I didn't do that.
Well, maybe you didn't have a classic American childhood then.
No, I was too busy watching Ted.
You were too busy fucking watching Ted. Yeah, I mean, like, and the other thing, too, is allegedly... This is such a weird, like, first episode lore dump for me.
Such a weird
I was expecting you to talk about, like, normal things and not
know how conversations go.
My childhood, like, days as a sharpshooter.
Unwinding, yeah.
Because I was really good at it. I was really good. I was a dead-eye 7-year-old or whatever. I don't know if I was 7. Maybe it was like 9.
I wish I got to shoot guns so I could see how good I was. Like I shot a BB gun at
BB gun?
Cub
We
Scouts.
had BB guns.
We did Cub Scouts.
Cub
shooting.
Scouts, yeah.
I did archery too. I was pretty good at those.
I am not that great at archery.
I was alright. It's fun.
It's hard. My brothers got like bow and arrows for Christmas one year, so...
I want to get back into it. It was really fun.
I think it'd be fun, yeah.
It was very cool. But you were going to say, sorry.
Yeah, I was like a dead-eye 9-year-old. Like I was a good shot.
Right, that's awesome.
I have I used to save the targets. I'd be like, oh, I got all these bullseyes.
You put it on the fridge.
Yeah, instead of the kindergarten drawing.
So like your brother had like a drawing on there of like Mario, and then you just had fucking targets.
Yeah, no, not really, but
dude, you were the bear. You were the army bear.
I was the army bear. Well, because that's one of the reasons I liked shooting was because
you were raised to like shooting.
No, it's because I was better. It was the only sport that I was better than my brothers at.
Oh, nice.
So, because like my brothers are both athletes and they played like soccer and lacrosse and ice hockey and they were really good at soccer. It. Ooh, that's controversial though.
I know.
Well, maybe not in America, but anyone from anywhere else would.
It's fine. It's a good sport.
I'm not really a soccer fan.
I wouldn't. I'm. But I used to hate golf, and now I actually kind of like.
You like golf?
I like playing virtual golf.
That doesn't fucking count.
It used to.
That's
I don't know.
Saying you like playing soccer because you like FIFA.
I feel like if you don't like playing soccer, you're not gonna like playing FIFA. So I don't know if it's really.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the same.
Golf is fucking boring.
I mean, I wouldn't play real golf, but I'd probably watch. Maybe not. I guess I wouldn't watch it. I like virtual golf, but I used to not like virtual golf.
Virtual golf is fun.
It's fucking awesome.
It's like mini golf. Mini golf is fun. They're like Wii Sports.
I'm so bad at mini golf. That's exactly what I was.
I got 3 holes in one in a row.
You can play golf in GTA 5.
Really?
You can. I don't. You have to spend $100 to go play golf.
Yeah.
And it's like. That's
how it is in real life too.
I know, but like. They have that. My
brother was on our high school golf team. I'm not fucking with you.
We had a high school golf team, and they talk about like, oh, they won, and I was like, fucking okay.
Like, who gives a shit? I mean, sorry.
Sorry, golf team. If you're on the golf team, that's awesome.
If you're on the golf team, I hope you are hitting those holes in one. But personally,
the only holes in one I hit is foosball, not foosball. Yeah, sure. I meant skee ball, but I said foosball.
Skee ball? Oh, I fucking love skee ball.
Skee ball's great. I'm terrible at it.
It depends. I'm either really good or really bad, and there's no in between.
Yeah.
So I'm either shooting straight like 50s and 100s, or they're all in the gutter.
Dude, I want to go to an arcade.
Oh,
We should go to an arcade.
I fucking love. There should be more arcades.
I want to go to a quarter arcade that has like actual like game machines, like old like Street Fighter 2, Donkey Kong.
I love Galaga.
Oh yeah.
Huge fucking Galaga fan. I have a Galaga.
I'm a Pac-Man
high score.
Really?
Yes, on a machine at a restaurant near my house. I had a second high score.
Dude, hell yeah. Me and Sarah went to a quarter arcade, and she actually won the high score on the Dark Stalkers machine.
Really?
Yeah, because she loves spamming buttons in fighter games, and she actually managed to get the high score on the machine.
How are you on fighting games?
Okay, I'm fucking cracked at Smash Bros.
Really?
But I'm terrible at like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat.
I'm not cracked at Smash Bros. I actually joined a Smash tournament this year, and I got my ass fucking kicked.
It was
terrible.
Devastating.
It was pretty sad. But I'm pretty decent at Smash Bros. As like a casual player of the game. Do you want to share our Smash mains?
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. You start.
I'm an Ike main. But I used to be a Pit main because once again I'm a massive Kid Icarus fan, and then I started playing Ike. And I like his character because he's a nice medium between like a heavyweight and a lightweight, where you have enough mobility with him, but like I still feel like I have a lot of force when I play. And a cool guy with a big sword, yeah, baby. So
that's gonna be my favorite audio clip. I'm gonna use that all the time. Cool guy with a big sword, yeah, baby.
You could sum me up with that. I mean, but yeah, I'm an Ike main. Would you like to go next?
Yeah, I have a lot of mains, honestly, because the way that, especially me and Evan and Maya play, we do, when you win as a character, you can't play them anymore.
Oh, really? Okay.
So it's good because I have multiple mains, but my go-tos lately have been, my biggest one that I always come back to, Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is...
Oh, I get it, because you love monkeys.
I love monkeys, exactly.
Monkeys.
I do love monkeys.
Devin fact.
Yes, yeah, oh my god, I don't know how I even... That's literally like half of my personality is liking monkeys. I really should have brought that up during the About Me section, but...
It's so true.
Because that's going to come up so often.
They don't, they'll figure it out.
They'll figure it out, because it's going to come up probably every episode. But Donkey Kong's my go-to. I love Sonic, because I'm a huge Sonic fan. I started him pretty recently. I got really good at him. Greninja.
Really?
Great Pokemon. He's probably one of my favorite Pokemons because I like frogs so much too. So, Greninja, Donkey Kong, Sonic are like my three mains.
Okay.
But special contender for Banjo-Kazooie.
I don't have the DLC.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and Pyra and Mythra, of course.
Anyone listening who's like plays Pyra and Mythra? Boo. They're so cheap.
They're very, very easy to win with.
Yeah, because they're cheap.
But if you really know how to play them, like, you're guaranteed. Like, I play Pyra and Mythra when I get frustrated because it's a guaranteed win.
Exactly. They're fucking cheap. They're fucking cheap.
I can play Minecraft Steve really well.
Because Minecraft Steve is also fucking cheap.
No, he's not cheap.
Yes, he fucking is.
Because you have to aim with his shit. It's hard.
But he's cracked. He's OP.
He's pretty strong, yeah. I love him. I love Minecraft Steve.
So I love Smash, but one thing I didn't realize about Smash Bros. Is compared to other fighting games is how different it is.
Oh, yeah.
Because, so I, like, briefly played a little bit of Street Fighter, but the first real fighting game I got into, it's an obscure one for all my, maybe you've heard of this, was BlazBlue. BlazBlue Central Fiction, which is quite literally, and I am literal, it's knockoff Guilty Gear, if you've ever played Guilty Gear.
Heard of it.
I really want to play Guilty Gear. I don't have the game, but it's a cool game. Where, like, literally, because it's the same people that made it, oh my god, Arc System Works. Arc System Works made it, and it was, like, basically like the reject Guilty Gear characters. They put them in a game and called it BlazBlue. BlazBlue is a fucking weird game. The lore makes no sense, and all of the characters are, like, the most anime bullshit fighting games characters ever, and I fucking love it. It's a fun game. Yeah. I enjoy it. But it's, like, way harder than Smash because the controls are so much more advanced.
That's every fighting game.
Yeah, because that's what I realized. I'm like, damn, Smash is, like, the baby
It's a baby game,
It's a baby game because I don't have to do fucking quarter circles.
No, yeah. Dude, I fucking hate that about fighting games. like if I maybe because like people okay if you're into fighting games and you're listening to this, please don't get mad at me. Maybe I just have a simple monkey brain, but like
well, you do.
I do, but it's so like having to do like specific fucking directional inputs that half the time never work because it's like you try to do it and it's like just slightly off.
It's frustrating.
It's so hard.
There's like a certain sometimes I feel like half the time when I play like legit fighting games, I do everything by accident.
Yeah, I can't help but end up button mashing. The only one I've even remotely gotten the hang of is JoJo's All-Star Battle R.
Oh, we played that together. Yeah,
I was determined to
get better at that.
Yeah, exactly, because I wanted to get better at it because I like the characters so much.
Okay, what I feel like. That's the thing with like fighting games is that I feel like, or at least like legit fighting games, is that I think if you actually like learned and got good at it, they're probably super fucking fun.
Yes, yeah.
I know anyone listening to this who loves fighting games right now probably thinks we're morons and is like, you guys just suck.
But it takes that level of it's true we do, but it takes that level of like getting past the hard parts, which I never play long enough to
really
do.
Steep,
it's very steep.
That's the issue, but I think it would be fun. I mean, it's still fun to play with your friends. Though.
It's still fun to play. Yeah, that's why I like going, especially if I'm playing like an arcade version. Dude, oh my god, Marvel vs. Capcom. I want to be able to play that game so bad.
I want to play that.
The game is so cool. They had it at the quarter arcade we went to.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, it was awesome. I want to find one around us and go to one.
There's gotta be one nearby.
Gotta be.
There has to. I mean.
Yeah, there's that place, the 8-Bit Bites.
Yeah, but do you know if they have like?
It's not quarter machines. It's free games when you get food.
Oh.
So it's like unlimited free games.
Okay, cool.
But no bacon.
No bacon.
Mm-hmm.
So sad.
You know what I just realized?
What?
We never did my segment.
We never did Devin's segment.
Devin's segment. Now, I know what you're thinking. What does this fucker got to say? What is he
could
gonna
possibly be better than Wojtek the Soldier Bear?
Exactly. And honestly, I will say, I don't think it's going to be. Because that was a really good segment.
I'm glad.
That made me very happy to hear about. But I'm going to introduce my segment now. Every week, we're each going to have the three main segments. The ramblings are going to continue, but there's going to be three primary segments which you guys can look forward to, that being Kira's Fun Facts, Common Interests, and then my segment, which is Devin's movie/TV pitches.
Yeah, so Devin's a film major.
I'm a film major.
So he's going to come and pitch a show.
I'm going to pitch anything to you.
Any, like, TV producers.
TV executives, yes,
TV
please.
TV executives listening to this. Ooh, here's the guy.
I have an insane amount of ideas, so you should really, really listen.
Like, before we get on to Degman's segment. Before we get on to Devin's segment, like, just a little talk about the future of the podcast is we do plan on doing like specials. I know we talked about like a superhero specials, but like guest episodes. So you know, we are a couple of college students, so we know people. We know people. But if you, dear listener, perhaps think you have some valuable pearls of wisdom or some kind of interesting insight, you know,
let us know. We'll figure out something when we get like flyers or something.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have
a link
account somewhere that you
can come to. But yeah, we'll talk to people about possibly doing guest stuff and building. We'd love
to hear from you.
Yeah, we love hearing from you, and we can't just always do the same thing.
Yeah, because I mean, if it was just Devin and I the whole time, I think did you hear like a banging noise? Yeah. That was my chair.
Okay.
Sorry. But if it's just Devin and I the entire time, I think it would devolve very quickly into like every episode just
being fucking tangents of nothing.
Yeah, about like Sonic or something.
Can't wait for a Sonic episode.
The Sonic episode will be
so good. But yeah, so Devin's segment, TV/movie pitches, because I
should say I haven't heard this.
Yes. Actually, you might have heard this. I might have talked to you about this. I give the group a bunch of ideas because my thing is I just kind of random things will set me off and I'm like, oh, this would be a good idea for a TV show or movie. And I end up coming up with like stupid ideas and stuff. So I'm here to pitch those to you. Again, you know, any TV execs, you know, hit me up. You know, you know where to get me. But so this is my idea that I had. Let me know if you've heard it. The viewers obviously haven't. It's called Emotional Support Monkey.
Okay, you did mention this.
I did.
Yes.
All right. I have more.
Devin classic.
This is that's why I decided to be good for the first episode. This is the most like me movie. Like I feel concept.
If they made Devin's brain into a show, it would be this.
The Emotional Support Monkey. So ESM or Emotional Support Monkey is a show idea that I came up with. Mm-hmm. I was going to Target and I don't remember what prompted it, but I had to call my girlfriend and be like, I have this amazing idea. Are you busy? And she was at dinner with her grandmother, and I told her to tell her grandmother to wait, and then I pitched her the idea while she was at dinner.
Grandma can wait.
She could hear the pitch too if she wanted. So essentially, the show is. I really can't think of what...
That could be like the tagline. Grandma can wait.
Grandma
You're not ready for emotional support monkey.
ESM, Grandma can wait. Like, what? It has nothing to do.
That doesn't fucking make any sense.
But I'm really struggling to think of how this even fucking came into me. Like, only I could think of something so fucking stupid. But okay, it's a great idea. So, you have this monkey. Mm-hmm. Specifically, I imagined a chimpanzee. So, technically not a monkey, an ape. But emotional support monkey is catchier. So, a chimpanzee, right? He is living his life in a jungle. Mm-hmm. He's happy. He's living his dream. And he's off with his family and friends every day. He's throwing his shit. He's eating coconuts.
The monkey lifestyle.
Yeah, he's eating bananas. Yeah, he loves life. So, some poachers come and kidnap him.
No.
And they take him out of this beautiful environment. Mm-hmm. And they bring him to the United States. Uh-huh. And because we don't really have jungles in the United States of America, right?
No.
Okay, so he's from a different continent. I don't know where he's from yet. I haven't worked that all out, but he gets brought to the United States, and instead of being like killed for parts or like
killed for parts,
yeah, that's what poachers do, right?
I mean,
or so he's gonna get sold off to a zoo.
Yeah, people aren't that interested in monkey parts.
Yeah, so I am.
Well, I think you're unique in that market.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's my side gig. But the monkey, he gets brought to America, and instead of getting like put in a zoo, he's considered unique by who he's brought to, and he's put into an. Unique? He's just very human. He's very oddly human. Monkey. He's a very special monkey, and he gets assigned as a part of an experimental therapy technique as an emotional support monkey. Okay. And he's assigned to this guy whose life is a fucking wreck. He's a complete pushover. Everyone walks all over him. He's a doormat. His wife left him. He works at a shitty job, very classic like schlub. Yeah. And he lives in a shitty apartment. He doesn't have much money.
Probably, and you know the trope where they eat like the microwave dinner.
Exactly. Yep. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Like I'm saying, he's in a world of pain. His life sucks.
Good old washed up 30-something-year-old.
And his wife leaves him, and he doesn't know what to do. So he finally decides to try out therapy and seeing if he can use that. And he gets assigned this experimental program called the Emotional Support Monkey. And he's assigned
Imagine signing up for therapy and expecting, like, sitting down at a counseling office and they hand you a fucking monkey.
I'd be so happy.
I think that would solve your problems.
But no one else.
I feel like that would, like, ruin some people's entire perspective of, like, the medical system, which, already is not high. I feel like they'd be like, I went for therapy and they gave me a monkey. They gave me a fucking monkey and it threw shit at my face.
So the monkey, right? He's signed to this guy, and he's like, fuck, I just want to go back to the jungle and live my existence. Yeah. But he's forced to try and deal with this random guy's issues, and I was thinking it would be fun if you could hear... Oh, I hit the mic. If you could hear the monkey's inner monologue, and he's voiced by Patton Oswalt.
Okay, I thought you were going to say Ian McKellen.
No.
No, Patrick Stewart.
The baby Family Guy baby.
We love our references coming all the way.
I know, yeah. The callbacks are crazy this episode. But no, he's voiced by Patton Oswalt specifically, and he's like, man, this guy really sucks. I really wish I could help him so I could get back to the jungle. That's kind of how he sounds,
That's fucking terrible, Devin. I was on board with that idea until you did that voice.
So he goes, and it's just like, you see, he wants to get out of it. He doesn't really care, but he like pretends to be the emotional support monkey. He thinks that if he does, he can get out. And through the experiences, he ends up actually starting to care for the human and bonding with him. Mm-hmm. And then he suddenly starts to care about his issues, and then he becomes a real emotional support monkey over the course of the show. I'm thinking 6 seasons in a movie.
6 seasons in a movie?
6 seasons in a movie. I think that it could really go for that long stretch. Yeah.
What's the movie about?
The movie is about... So the monkey and the guy, they go on a vacation, and they end up in the jungle the monkey's from. And it's a real emotional, like, distressing thing.
He gets to, like, reunite with his family.
And you know what? Maybe it'd be better if he's an orangutan.
You think it should be an orangutan? I mean, I don't know, because I feel like orangutans are really, like, big, and I think
not always. Some of them are kind of small. Depends on the breed. Oh. Have you ever seen Dunstan Checks In?
What? No.
You've never seen Dunstan Checks In with the orangutan he lives in
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's like a crime monkey and he gets brought into the hotel and he checks in.
No.
That's a good movie.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Dunstan.
You said this like it's like I just said I never saw Star Wars.
It's fucking Dunstan, dude. It's a classic. It's got George Costanza from Seinfeld.
George Costanza?
He's the main guy. And
wait, is George Costanza an orangutan? Or
no. George Costanza's a guy, and the orangutan comes in and he bonds with George Costanza's kids.
What?
It's a great...
this is a... He's wearing a hat.
That's the kind of vibe I'm going for with this. I want it to be like that kind of like goofy, very early 2000s, but it's emotional. It's got a real like solid,
real core about. The
imagine. I'm trying to think of the good like. I'm trying to think of a good example to explain how it works. Like the dynamic, it gets strong between the monkey and the guy. They become inseparable, kind of like Ted. they end up best friends.
Then you could have the monkey be Seth MacFarlane.
But I really was tied to the idea of Patton Oswalt.
Okay.
I just feel like Patton Oswalt would bring that exact wow, how'd I get here? You know, he's got that kind of vibe. So that's pretty much my TV show pitch for this week. Yeah,
this is I think Devin's favorite
of my ideas. Because again, I don't know how I came up with it.
I mean, that just means some ideas are just a God-given epiphany.
Yeah.
It's like an angel shown down from above and said, emotional
support monkey. And it's I just really like the idea of the monkey and the guy bonding, and slowly he starts to care about the guy's issues even though he doesn't at first, and he's trying to get away constantly and run away. But he realizes he can't, and that he realizes some things are more important than just him.
You can't run from your problems.
Can't run from your problems. So he helps the guy with his problems, and then eventually there's a point where the guy doesn't even need the monkey anymore, and I think that's the end of the movie. The guy doesn't need the monkey anymore, and he's like, listen, if you want to stay here in your jungle, but the monkey, he decides to live with the guy.
Because they're friends now.
Because they're friends now, and they're bonded for life. And also his wife took to another lover.
The guy's wife?
No, the monkey's wife. The monkey while he was gone. Because monkeys don't give a fuck. If
monkeys are polyamorous?
A lot of them are, yeah. Maybe that should have been... I could do monkey fun facts while you do regular fun facts. Because there's a lot of monkeys that are both bisexual and polyamorous.
I didn't know you knew so much about... I was so shocked by your monkey facts.
Yeah. No, it's not even because I joke about monkeys a lot, but I actually look into monkeys a lot because I think they're genuinely great animals.
Really?
I'm very
So it's not just a bit.
It's not just that's the thing. I joke about it a lot, but it's not just a bit. I genuinely have a love for monkeys and
that's
how
why
they
with sharks.
They're great. Sharks are pretty cool.
It's my favorite animal.
Kind of assholes.
Sharks are not assholes.
That's true.
Dolphins are assholes. Dolphins are fucking evil.
Dolphins are fucking evil.
Okay, this is important because we're running out of time, but I feel like the world needs to know this undeniable truth. Dolphins are fucking evil, and the media has lied to you. Because here's the problem. Sharks actually are super chill.
They're just trying to survive.
They're just trying to chill, man. They're too stupid to know what evil is. Dolphins know. Dolphins fucking know evil.
Okay, that sounds like a bit, but...
It's true.
They actually are aware of what they
Dolphins
do.
know heaven.
From what I know. I'm not positive. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure that they're aware of what they do and they don't care.
Yeah, because they're fucking despicable creatures.
Dolphins actually commit full on... I'm not just talking murder. Dolphins will commit crimes. I'm not going to say it, but we're
dolphins commit atrocities, guys.
Look up what dolphins will do. They're fucking awful.
They're evil, dude.
They eat baby seals or something, right?
Oh, yeah. They do all sorts of fucked up shit, but the media...
But the media paints them as these... look at them in Minecraft. They help you swim faster and they bring you to treasure.
They're a dolphin and they love the people and they do all the tricks at the SeaWorld. No. Okay? No. And the media demonizes sharks. Sharks are great fucking creatures and they're very important to the ecosystem. Dolphins, fucking evil.
Do they contribute to the ecosystem at all?
I mean, yeah, probably. But sharks are actually super important.
What would happen if I just theoretically had a bag of ladybugs? Let's say 600 ladybugs.
Fuck off.
And I let them loose in New York. What happens? What's gonna happen?
I think that's called environmental terrorism.
It's just ladybugs, man. It's just good luck. Good luck for all the people.
Good luck, bro. It's in Times Square. Little Times Square. Ladybug bomb.
Have you seen that video where the woman's like, can I let these ladybugs go? What do I do with these ladybugs? Can I let them outside? And she's like screaming the entire time. She has no clue what to do.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
All right, well, I think that's a good place to end it. We're going to go watch that video. You guys should watch it too. I'll add in the audio here so that everyone watching the podcast can hear it.
Knows.
Can anybody tell me what can I do with these ladybugs? It's cold outside. Can I let the ladybugs go?
All right, guys, this is a good place to end it. We're gonna head out. It's been a great time chilling. I had fun.
It's been a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode.
Yep.
We're still kind of figuring things out.
Yeah, it's very early.
Structure. So if you were like, man, this sucked, it'll get better. I promise.
Hopefully. I mean, let us know. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think. If you see us around, feel free to be like, I hated your podcast. Just let us know.
Yeah, we want to hear your feedback, any suggestions, whatever you have for the podcast. We'd love to hear it.
So thank you guys again. I've been Devin.
I've been Kira.
And this has been The Common Room.